DoubleKBeats, Double K Productions. I am back with you in Pre-Sonar Studio 144. Back with another tutorial. This tutorial, I just want to go ahead and show y'all how I went about mixing these vocals, rap vocals, because I'm an artist myself. So how I went about getting these vocals good, getting cleaned up, getting that clarity, stuff like that. You know, the basics of cleaning vocals up. And I know all of y'all have so much trouble with it, and I do these tutorials because I just want to simplify everything that I do in my mix, you can do in your mix. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post something. Follow me on Instagram. It'll be over here, up there. Definitely be in the description below. Go follow me on Instagram, more short tutorials. So with that, let's jump into it. But stay tuned to the end of the video. I don't want to make, my intro so long because everybody say I talk. So maybe I do. Who cares? Stay tuned to the end of the video. I got some good news and I got some very, 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 very sad news, man. I got some sad news to tell y'all. So stay tuned to the end of this video. So I'm going to try to make it quick. Let's jump into it. This song is called Bust 'Em Out. I just released that single today on YouTube, but I released the single on January 18th. So if you want to check the single out, the full song, master version, definitely be in the description below. You can check it out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you listen to your music at. So it's called Bust 'Em Out. I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to play the whole hook for y'all. It's a workout song, and then we're going to add these plugins that you see, all this stuff right here that looks complicated, but it's not.
The way I hit the gym, yeah, I'm freaky fresh, steady flexing on them. They ask me what's up next. Pull-ups is the best. Wide them for the chest. My gym status, I'm a flex. Just drop the track.
Video coming soon, matter of fact. But anyway, you heard the hook. Very muddy, very nasty, very boxy. Everything's going on. Everything's clashing from the hook, from the first take to the dub to the ad-libs to the second ad-libs to the ends, and the ends is just like buzz. That's all I'm saying. And then ad-libs, I explain this in multiple tutorials. Ad-libs are just saying the same word over and over. Just the way I like to organize my stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into these plugins and show y'all what I've done to clean this up. Now, I do have a crap load of plugins on the beat itself. Crap load, but for this tutorial I cannot turn these plugins on, because if I do, it's gonna start crashing, cracking, popping. It's just gonna distort, and I'm gonna have to redo this tutorial over. So I'm not even gonna turn those on, but the beat don't sound too bad, but with those plugins it sounds excellent. So I'm gonna just turn the vocals on, the plugins on the vocals, and let y'all hear it riding to the beat. Now, if I turned those on, you'll definitely hear it sitting right. And I'm sorry I can't do that, but let's turn them on. Let's turn all these on and show y'all what I got going on with them. I already tested this, so it shouldn't crack by me turning all these on. And if I start cracking, you won't know, because I'd have to do this tutorial over. So let's hope it don't crack. I'm gonna turn the effects on too, like the reverbs, the delay. And one thing I do want to say, always be organized. Cause see how I got it down here? Hook, verse, hook. That way you could just turn on what you want and keep off what you want to keep off. You always organize. Now let's let y'all hear it with everything on. Hopefully it don't crack.
Bust 'em out, bust 'em out, bust 'em out, bust 'em out. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, boss up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust 'em out, bust 'em out, bust 'em out, bust 'em out. speed up on them, soak that on them, be up on them, pass up on them, switch it up on them, push up on them, go ahead and flex those muscles. The way I hit the gym, yeah, freaky fresh, steady flexing on them. They ask me.
All right, so you hear, definitely cleaned it up, definitely brought some back into it. Now you see the red over there. Don't worry about the red. I took care of the red before I went into the master stage. In this area, I wanted the vocals to be loud, present, up there. But with everything going on with my 808 and my kick hitting, it's like there over that threshold that I try to set. So as you see on here, I have a limiter on the drum bus to take care of that. So with all that players in place, I took care of all that when I went to the mastering phase. But as you hear, it sounds way better than the first. You couldn't hear nothing. So what I've done with this, I'm gonna just go over it. And I do want to say, if you have any requests, man, do not feel free to ask them in the comments, because I do these tutorials and I'm just showing you what I've done. But if you want more in depth about all these plugins or whatever, just say, hey, can you make a tutorial about this plugin, SS channel stereo? And I'll make a tutorial about that. You know what I'm saying? Be specific or specific, whatever. And I'll make a tutorial on that. So nothing too major with the plugins. I show you all the time. I keep it simple. I come with the subtractor. Let me just go over subtract, boost, EQ. Another good, analog EQ sounds excellent. That plugin sounds excellent. Another EQ that gives some analog feel. A compressor that gives some analog feel. I'm an analog guy. I love that sound. A fab filter de-esser. You got to de-ess the vocals. Come back with the slate mix rack, VMR, whatever. Chop up and EQ, put a little bit of harmony, something to beef up your vocals. So FG bomber, some harmony, what they call that, revival, boom, and then backdoor come with another EQ. Give me some more shims, some analog, and backdoor last with another analog compressor, the Renaissance compressor by Waves. So that is my chain of just cleaning up the vocals and what I've done just to clean up. Now, if you see all this going on, I'm gonna get into that. Just quick, let's turn just these plugins off and see. We'll bypass it and turn it back on so you can see. Now you see, no matter what I got going on right here, if I turn those plugins off, you're not even gonna, it's still gonna be muddy, bossy, nasally, all that nasty stuff that mix engineers like to take care of. So what I've done, I hound on this in another tutorial, is bussing in depth. You can actually go check that tutorial out. I routed all these vocals, highlight them into this bus. Now that you've seen a whole entire mix right now with the beat and everything, I got all these vocals, just the hook. Now I got another vocal for the verse because I mixed that differently. Just the hook routed into a bus. And all I done is clean that up. Added vocals to it and cleaned it up. There's nothing major about a bus. I'm getting too many questions on that. Nothing major. Just add a bus, route your vocals into it. This gonna be going to the main. The bus gonna go to the main, right? And then the hook bus, all your vocals gonna be into the hook bus. Just like that. Simple way to route it. Hook bus, hook bus, hook bus, hook bus. Hook bus routed to the main. Just that simple. All right. I touched that on that last tutorial. I'm just showing y'all, I got multiple vocals here and I got a whole entire mix to show y'all what's going on here. All right, subtractive EQ. Let's turn them off, and I'm gonna go one by one. Turn them on, and y'all just hear the difference.
Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex your muscles, bust. Yeah, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it. Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it. Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey.
All right, one thing I'm hearing, I want y'all to focus on when I turn this compressor off. Listen to the A. It's so hard and not balanced out and not leveled. When I turn this compressor off, listen to how smooth that A is. So pay attention to that.
Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind.
That's bypass. This is bypass button. Just let.
Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on.
That's what a compressor supposed to do.
Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on, throw that on it, be up on it,
It's just a DS, containing them S sound. Now this gonna make a difference.
Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey, bust a mind, hey. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust a mind.
Just that simple. That's the way I approach these vocals to get that A hard, that A, compress all that. If you see right here, see the hardness of Bust a Mind. That's a peak. This is like this even a peak. This big blob right here that you see on this wave is a peak. That compressor got to compress that down because that's the loud, and when it gets right, and I'm saying it so many AAs so many times. That's one, that's two. Then backdoor say it right there, and I'm saying bust, and I'm saying bust. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying so much into one that compressor trying to hit. So I'm trying to control that AA and make it all leveled out. You get what I'm saying?
Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it. Speed up on it, throw that on it, be up on it, pass up on it, switch it up on it, push up on it, go ahead and flex those muscles.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I route all my stuff to the bus, and then of course CPU uses. I talk about that all the time, but I don't want to get into that. So with these plugins, what I got on the channel itself, and I explain that in multiple tutorials, I'm just showing y'all live a full mix and not just one vocal. I got multiple vocals. I know y'all been waiting for that. So I got a little wave tune on it, just something, not too major with it. Let's solo it out. Just let y'all.
Speed up on them, toe tap on them.
Here. This mic, man. I'm gonna bring this over here and let y'all see what it's doing on just the first take itself. Nothing too major with it.
Bust a mind, ay, bust a mind, ay, bust a mind, ay, bust a mind, ay, see the bust a mind, ay, Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy. Seat up on them, toe tap on them, be up on them, boss up on them, switch it up on them, push up on them, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy. Seat up on them, toe tap on them, be up on them, boss up on them, switch it up on them, push up on them, go ahead and flex those muscles.
Come on now. This packing shit, it does this and get all up in this mode and golly, it's crazy. All right. It does that from time to time. Sorry, y'all. Let's put that right there. I bypassed and it turned it on. It does nothing too major. I backdoor with an EQ. Come on, Slowpoke. Just took out some of the more load. Some of the lows, some more, come back with a Renaissance, and then DS. So with this being on, and then this, the real put the icing on the cake, make it taste excellent. This is what I do here, okay? I do this on this, and it's mono, so I add a mono. All this is another compressor, but it's the RVox. It's made great for vocals, so it's called RVox, Renaissance. You know, waves maker. Put a gate on it, get some of this airspace right here that you see. Take that out.
Bust a mighty, ayy,
go ahead and turn it off.
bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy.
Another compressor is compressing, it's gating, and it's taking some of that gain and bringing that back down. Because, you know, when you compress on this, it's all in one. So when you compress and it's turning up the volume, but you want to gain that back down. And vice versa on another compressor, you might, make up gain. This is different. This one, you want to turn that down because this is all in one. Like threshold, all that, it's in one. So when you turn this down, it's going to make it louder. Then you dial back the gain and get that level back right.
Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy. Seat up on them, toe tap on them, be up on them, boss up on them, switch it up on them, push up on them, go ahead and flex your muscles. Bust a mighty.
Boom. Nothing too major. And then come back with a de-esser because, once you start adding that compressor and stuff and start bringing them
Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty.
boom. And I just do that for the rest of them.
Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty.
Okay, I got a little bit else going on the dub. So let me show you.
Bust a mighty.
I got the waves tune, of course. I got a doubler. Back door with the EQ, same thing on the Renaissance, except I made stereo, so I added a stereo compressor because that's what I've done. Calling me from Kentucky, I don't know nobody from Kentucky, but anyway, I'm from Louisiana, if y'all didn't know that. But a doubler just made it more.
Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty, ayy. Seat up on them, toe tap on them, be up on them, boss up on them, switch it up on them, push up on them, go ahead and flex your muscle.
And there's nothing wrong with getting creative with the music. All I've done is recorded this in mono, but I made a stereo so I can add stereo plugins onto it to make it wide enough to make sure y'all hear everything. When I say bust them out, I want y'all to hear that. When I say toe tap on them, be up on them, pass up on them, switch it up on them, I want y'all to hear that. I want that to be present. So I added a doubler. That way it comes out both of them, but also the lead is definitely in your face. So I just spreaded the dub, and then the ad-libs I backdoor and just made some emphasis on it.
Bust a mighty, ayy, bust a mighty. Bust a mighty, bust a mighty, ayy, ayy, tote that, bust a mighty, ayy, 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 yeah, ayy, ayy, bass, 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 bass.
There it is. Nothing too major. The same thing on the ends. The ends, I just added a flanger to it to make it give you that feel of barely can hear that inside the mix, but it's there and it makes it sound full and excellent.
Yeah, ay, yeah, ay, yeah, ay, yeah, ay, 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 ay.
Oh, that's on the other part of the hook. All right. So, where we at on time? Am I too far over? Too major? Too far? Too major? Too far? 20 minutes? I'm good. I normally do 25 or what range. I mean, a good range. All right, take this red. I don't like to see that red. But anyway, pretty much what I do to the rap vocals. Like I say, this is up on YouTube. You can hear the full version. But this is what I've done to get to that point, and then I mastered it, and that to be on a whole nother tutorial. So all I've done is copy, but I cleaned up. I routed all this to the bus. Summary: I routed all these vocals to the bus, cleaned it up. As I've turned them off, I turn it off. You can hear it. So that's cleaning it up. Now what I need to do is tickle y'all ears. I want to make sure y'all hearing things different ways in different headphones, different speakers, everywhere you're going to listen to. So what I've done is made that lead when I first recorded, made that in your face. I backdoor recorded a second tape, which I call a dub, and spreaded it out. Made some width on it. The ad-libs, I just want to put some emphasis on some I don't even know how to say that word, onto the leads and the dub. So that's what I did with the ad-libs. And the second ad-libs, as you can hear, I got that washing. Now what I done with that part is I got this free plug-in. I'm about to find out where I got it from. I think this to pay people to make it. It comes off a website. Free. All it does is pan it for you. But what you got to do with this plugin, since it is a stereo plugin, you're gonna have to gotta record it in mono. Don't get me wrong, record your vocals in mono. Then just come over and make it a stereo. Click this button, make it stereo, make it come out left and right. Now you can use the pancake, a stereo. So as you can see, stereo. This still mono. Stereo RVox, stereo EQ, well, EQ don't matter. EQ, stereo pancake, and then backdoor stereo or compressor. Boom. Just to give you that because I really wanted that to stand out. As you can see, I added different hooks and adds to it. All right, that's what I done with the second ads. Now the ends, like I say, is just a buzz. That's what I call it. So I just added a flanger to it. Showed y'all that. Oh, I added a one knob wetter. Give me some of that more reverb on there. You know what I'm saying? Lord, see stuff y'all don't pay attention to when y'all listen to music, but that's not the fact. When you listen to music, you're just trying to listen to the whole entire song. You know, you ain't trying to dissect it, but people do good stuff to their music, and I'm that type of person. Like, oh, he done this, or that mix engineer done this to the vocals, and it just sounds excellent. I'm that type of guy. I dissect a song. If the song sounds excellent, I'm riding with that song all the way. Not even just because the lyrics, the vibe, the melody, all that brings me into a song. And that's just my history of why I like nothing too major on this. EQ mono just to give some of that hook some more effects. So if I come over here, now you see it differently. Now you hear two different ones.
Go ahead and flex your muscles, bust a mind, bust a mind, bust a mind, bust a mind. Feet up on so tap on them, be up on them, pass up on them, switch it up on them.
You see how the transition of the song's going? You didn't hear the buzz in the first hook, but the second hook I introduced it. In the third hook, I'm introducing everything together. That's a whole nother tutorial. I'm just showing you how I mix these vocals. I'm getting ahead of myself. How I mix these vocals. Boom, simple. See it here. Same thing with the verse. Let me do this. I'm gonna turn all these off, and I'm gonna turn these verse on. I'm gonna turn the verse on, let y'all hear how I done the verse. Nothing too major, same thing really. Cause I normally mix the hook first because the hook sounds so excellent. So I try to get that done and then come in with the verse, cause the hook is what brings people in, I think. You know, the chorus brings you in. If you're gonna have the verse first, now the verse got to be on point. But if you have a hook first and that's the main core of your song, you want that to be. So I tackled that first because I want it to be there. So, and I don't want to work on this and then backdoor work on that. My ears get messed up by the time I get to the main part of the song. It's just the way I like to approach it. So.
The way I hit the gym, yeah, I'm freaky fresh. Steady flexing on them. They ask me what's up next. Pull-ups is the best. Wide them for the chest. My gym status, I'm a flex. Just ride the tread. Been working on my legs. Hitting at both legs. Yo, man.
Now I ain't got no reverb, none of that on there. I'm just showing y'all how present it is.
The way I hit the gym, yeah, I'm freaky fresh.
Same thing. I got these three all these vocals, all six of them routed to this. Verse bus. This bus is routed to the main. Nothing too major about it. Do you add all your effects and start mixing it? Start subtract EQ and compress and all that. And then you backdoor. As you see, I showed y'all on this right here. All I done is same thing here. De-essed more, compressed it more, add a doubler, you know, give it some of that more excitement to it. That's all I done on the track itself. I cleaned up everything on the bus. There's no way anybody can tell me this is wrong to do. If you can hear my vocals, if you can vibe out to the song, I done my part on the mixing. Now, if everything else is not right, the bass not right, in different monitors and all that, well, I didn't do my part. I need to go back and mix it. But once everything is done and the client like it or I like it and the world's gonna like the music, I done my part. You can hear it's there. The melody brings you in, the beat brings you in, and all that. So that's what I want to say about mixing. Hopefully this tutorial has helped you on a little bit. Like I said, if you have any requests on the specifics, yeah, I think I said that right. Leave a comment, like anything. Like I make these tutorials to help many people that's just getting started. I was there once upon a time. Leave a comment. Now, I do not know how to get the T-Pain effect in here, so I keep getting that request. I don't know. I got that plug in. Actually, a guy come and installed that on mine. So how he got it, he either paid for it or pirated it. I don't know. I asked him for it. He came over, installed it on my computer. So that T-Pain effect, that's how I got it on here. Hopefully I don't lose it because I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now the Waves tune, that's my plugin. I purchased that. So that's mine. Now, but the T-Pain, I don't know how he got it, but he installed it on this computer. So that request is answered. Now, the good news is I'm posting all my music that I made, my whole album, start from scratch on YouTube. So I'm not done making these tutorials. No, I'm not getting away from the tutorials. I'm just telling y'all I got to promote my music, and that's the best way to promote my music is get it on all music platforms. So YouTube's I'm gonna be posting most of my music, well, my whole album on there, and plus this song, Bust Them Out. Like I told you, I already posted this, but it's up there, and it's on iTunes, and my whole album's gonna be on iTunes, Google Play, and all that. So that's the good news. My music is out there. My album come out tomorrow, matter of fact, on the 1st, February the 1st. So whenever you watch this, the album is gonna be out. So that's the good news. The bad news is you see it. I'm gonna be moving out this joint, man. Moving out this house. Be in a small, confined space for a few years, but it's gonna help out tremendously. I'm gonna be getting my money right, getting things right in my life. But I won't be in here anymore, and I might have to take a month and a half break to get all this back set up right, my mic back, my speakers right, and all that. So if I take a break from a month and a half or whatnot from making these tutorials, that's what I'm doing. Moving out of here, moving it to the next part of next chapter of my life. So I'll be back. But I'm making tutorials. I'm gonna make a couple of tutorials, quite a big tutorials. That way I can post until have to move out of here. So this ain't the last one. I'm just telling y'all I got to move out. Selling this house, which thank you, a blessing. It's a blessing. But I'll be back. Just to let y'all know that. That's the bad news. That's why you don't see the bowls or nothing in the back no more. You see boxes. Got to get out of here. But anyway, hope this tutorial has helped. Like I say, subscribe to the channel, man. You ain't gotta feel sorry for me, or you could hate on me, whatever, whatnot. I'm just saying, if you see that drop into tutorials putting up, that's what I'm doing, man. Thank you for tuning in. This DoubleKBeats, holla, man.
The way I hit the gym, yeah, I'm freaky fresh.